Hi, you're right, and welcome to your next lesson in Humanities. It's Mr. Jones from the Humanities department, and I'm going to be going through Christian belief in prejudice. So I'd like you to copy down the title on paper or in your books, depending on what you're using, and then we can get started. Please resume the video when you're ready. Okay, welcome back. So, our objectives today: to understand the Christian attitude to prejudice, so how they feel about prejudice, and to consider how Christian beliefs impact, so affect or change, on how a Christian responds to racism and prejudice. Our first task is quite a long task. We've got our key term sheet. The key term is going to be found underneath this lesson. Please make sure you use the PDF version, not the one I've got here, because the PDF is much more clear and easy to read. What you'll need to do is have that up on your screen in your paper or your book in front of you, and the definitions are as follows. Top one is thinking badly of someone, and then definition, etc. Okay? At the bottom, this is where our key words are: disability, sexism, racism, furthermore. What you need to do is in your book copy out the full sentence but with the correct key term in front of the definition. If there are any you don't know or you're unsure of, please leave a gap and just copy out the definition, because we'll be going through the answers next. So you match up these keywords here to these blank spaces. Do as many as you can. If you're having a lot of difficulty with it, please leave them blank, ready for the next slide. So, good luck on that task. Have a go at it. Once you've copied out all the definitions and put the key terms in that you know are correct, resume the video. Okay, welcome back. So, the answer sheet is available on the second PDF. There's a PDF below which will have the key term sheet with all the answers on it, okay? The other PDF version, not the key term sheet blank, okay? It'll be the one underneath that will have the full keywords in there, and it will have the PDF that we need later. So what you can do now is go through the answers, tick any you got correct, and fill in the gaps that you left blank. Ideally, it'd be nice to use a different pen because it'll show it's something new you've learnt. If that's not possible, that's absolutely fine, because we'll be able to tell by the names that you've ticked, and the names that you wouldn't have ticked are the ones that you've added later on. So please take 3 to 5 minutes to do that. Pause the video and resume when you're ready. Okay, welcome back. So, moving on next, task 2, make sure you can access the PDF document. Again, this is the one we just went through the answers with. This is going to be our next task, okay, our main task. This PDF will have two sides. It'll have the Christian attitudes to prejudice, so how they feel and what their belief is. And you see the statement here: Christianity believes that all forms of discrimination are wrong. Just to bring you back to previous lessons, we remember prejudice is about thoughts, and it turns into discrimination when it becomes actions. Okay, so we've got a list here of bullet points of all different beliefs in the Christian faith about prejudice and discrimination. On the other sheet, we have Christians' response to prejudice, so what Christians do when they meet prejudice or when they find prejudice. Here's 3 sections I've broken up to: harmony, justice and tolerance. 3 words that are very prominent in the Christian faith and are very used commonly when describing how they deal with prejudice or discrimination. So, just to show you, these are the 2 sheets you're going to be using next, okay? And they're accessible through the second PDF. What I would like you to do is to draw this style mind map onto paper or into your books. It'll take a full side. In the middle, you're going to have Christian beliefs on prejudice. Above it, you're going to have value of the individual. On the right, tolerance, justice, and you can see teachings and quotes. Once you have copied this out into your book, you're going to use the 2 sheets that I showed you previously to add as much information as you can. So some of them are quite straightforward. The tolerance, justice and harmony, you can put bullet points in these sections of your mind maps. Okay, or you can do as if there's a line coming off here to tolerance, and then several extra lines go into different points you're going to make. Below you look at any teachings, and on the right is any quotations. So you're looking to have maybe minimum of 3 bullet points for each if possible. Hope that's clear. Any questions, please ask in your team's chat. Pause the video and press play once you've completed that task. Okay, welcome back. So, 4 questions to summarize your understanding. Question 1. Explain the Christian teachings about equality in 5 bullet points. So what do you think were the most 5 important facts that summarize how Christians view prejudice and equality? Number 2, from the example of Jesus, what should a Christian's attitude be towards disabled people or people with disabilities? 3, some Christians think women are equal but have different roles. Is this true equality? What do you think? Explain your opinion. And finally, number 4, how would believing in tolerance and justice affect people's attitudes towards prejudice and discrimination? Each of these questions, the answers don't need to be longer than 3 sentences. Okay, just a short summary of your opinions on a few things, and your 5 bullet points to summarize your understanding. So that should only take you maybe 10 minutes at most, so please pause the video and then press play when you're ready. Okay, welcome back. We should be near the end of the lesson now, and it's just to clarify you reached your objectives. You should all be able to understand the Christian attitude to prejudice, or how they feel and what they believe, and you should be able to consider how Christian beliefs impact on how a Christian responds to racism and prejudice. This relates to our work we did on our mind map, where we actually looked at tolerance and justice. Okay, that sums us up for today. Thank you very much. Have a good day and see you next lesson.